The number of minutes of daylight per day for a certain city can be modeled by the function d, given by d is a function of t equals 160 cosine of 2 pi over 365 times t minus 172 plus 729, where t is the day of the year for 1 is less than or equal to t is less than or equal to 365. Which of the following best describes the behavior of d is a function of t on day 150. Now, if you kind of glance through all the multiple choices, they all start the same way. The number of minutes of daylight per day is, number of daylights per day is, so it's all the same in the beginning. So they're just saying what happens. Is it increasing? Is it decreasing? And then is it at a decreasing rate or an increasing rate? Okay, that's basically the two main difference. So the best way to do this problem is actually to use a calculator. So we're going to input this equation here into y1. So let me show you that on the calculator. So this here is y1. And you would type it in 160. Oh yeah, by the way, make sure your calculator is in radian mode. Remember, AP Precalculus, you don't use degrees, only radian mode. Okay, so here we have 160 cosine. Now when you get to this part, to put a fraction, you're going to press alpha y, and the first thing that pops up will help you to put the fraction. We put 2 pi. Make sure when you're putting pi, anything in blue writing, you press second caret for the pi, and everything else is pretty much self-explanatory. So you put that in the calculator. And then now what we're going to do is press var. So after you quit second mode, after putting that in the calculator, you're going to press vars just like we did in the other question. And when you do that, this is what pops up on your screen. Then you're going to use your right arrow key to go to y vars. And that would be the next screen right here. And then you press enter. And when you do that, this y1 will show up. Then in parentheses, we're going to put 149 because the question asked what it asked which of the following best describes the behavior of d as a function of t on 150. Since that's the focus, we want to look at the number before and the number after to see the change. So we did vars, y vars, and then this popped up. You put 149, and then this is the value when x or t is 149. Then you do the same thing, vars, y vars, and then you put 150, and that's for when it's 150, and then 151. Once you do that, what we notice is that what is happening to the information, it is increasing. So that means when we choose the multiple choice, it's the number of minutes of daylight per day is increasing, but how is it increasing? So what we do is you're going to use your arrows and you're going to highlight this right here and then press enter and then subtract, highlight this one and enter. And so the difference between these two is this amount. So this is what we call the consecutive difference. Okay, so now let's look at the next consecutive difference. We highlight this, enter, minus, highlight this, enter, and so this is the value. So what happened? The consecutive difference is actually decreasing. Before it was this amount, and this is this amount. So going back to the question, overall, the information, the numbers were increasing. So we know that we're going to eliminate anything that said decreasing. So we're going to cross out this one and this one. Oops. And we're looking for which one would have a decreasing rate. So that would be choice A. So it was increasing at a decreasing rate. And just to show you back the final screen, it was increasing. So this was increasing at a decreasing rate.